Yo, Etienne, what's up, man? How you doing?
Grenada
Trinidad, here we go. I'm here with the style king right here, the Calypso jazz king, Mr. Etienne Charles. How you doing, Etienne?
Brother, it's so good to see you. Happy New Year. Wishing you all of the Lord's bountiful blessings.
Likewise, brother, likewise. You got a lot of great things coming up already. Congratulations and nominated for the NAACP award. So how does that feel? What are you looking forward to in the coming year?
I mean, it feels great to be recognized. We do the work. We don't look for recognition. We do the work because the work needs to be done. But when recognition happens, it feels good. It gives you a little jolt that you didn't know you needed.
Right, right. So I have to ask you, what is the number one road march song, your favorite of all time?
Of all time,
Yes.
if I had to choose one road march, from a melodic standpoint, I would have to say Mass in Madison Square Garden by
Oh,
Lord Kitchener.
That's dope. Of course, Kitchener got to be in there, you know. I love Sasa here.
Sasa, I mean, well, you are from Grenada, Sparrow. I mean, I love Sparrow or Sparrow. If I had to choose a Sparrow road march,
Yeah, yeah.
it would have to be Gene and Dinah because that was the
Oh, no,
road
you're
march
right. You're right.
that changed history. But we all, that's the beautiful thing about road march is
Yeah.
that, but they connect us.
Yeah, yeah.
And they connect us across the islands too. A big road march in Grenada. You have big road marches. Like my favorite road march from Antigua is Party in Space.
Oh, okay.
Swallow.
Oh, I got to check that out.
Yeah, it's a bunch of slap bass in it. So it's a way that and now we have this road march in concert and we do that.
Yeah. Where'd you get your style inspiration from?
I would say my mom, and she says her grandfather. So a combination of the two. He always said, "Leave the house looking your best." But I also always watching you, you in your suit, as in your vine as they call it.
Yeah.
It's a Caribbean aesthetic.
All right.
And it's a Calypso aesthetic as well,
Absolutely.
especially with the hat, the suit. Superior. Believe it or not, I interviewed him here in New York in the hostel. He was passing, and he told me, he said the dress code was always a hat and a suit,
Yep.
because they were trying to legitimize the art form. They would dress that way because Calypsonians at the time were seen as people of ill repute, as people from bad backgrounds or quote unquote bad johns. And so they wore suits and hats, not only to show their style, but to treat it like a business and to show that they were to be respected.
That makes sense.
So I keep that in mind always when I step out.
Correct, correct. All right, so I want to know, I know you're a man of many tastes, many styles of music. What else do you have on your playlist right now?
Oh my gosh, there's a Roaring Lion tune
Oh, okay.
called Spanish Calypso.
Okay.
And I know I'm supposed to be listening to other stuff, but I'm actually not.
Okay. I hear that.
So I've been listening to Spanish Calypso because it's just an incredible tune. It's like, I went Venezuela. He sings in English and Spanish at the same time. He says, I went Venezuela, and bongs up a Dulce Maria. I went Venezuela, and bongs up a Dulce Maria. Yo te amo, I begin to woo her. Ella adora mi querida Conchita. En un momento I entered her casino and started romancing a Spanish Calypso. Bimpeteo, bimpeteo. So I'm like, he's singing in Spanish and English at the same time. I was like, yeah, I had to learn that one. Let me say a quick help.
All right, sure.
I know we need to talk. We need to talk.
All right, so what's on your bucket list?
Going to the Congo.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask you, where have you traveled that you would live?
Well, I haven't been to Congo yet, but I said, I haven't been
Oh,
to
okay.
Congo. No, but yeah, I've been a significant amount of places in West Africa, but the Congo's been calling me because that's in the land where a lot of us, especially Grenada,
Yeah.
Trinidad, the French Caribbean places that have a lot of Francophone African influence. That's Congo is one of our main sources of people, and so I really it's been calling me.
What's your favorite era of soca calypso music?
Oh my gosh, this is another one. For soca, I would say my favorite era is the 1980s.
I was gonna
The
say. Yeah,
whole
I was
era.
gonna say.
I think that was the heyday of soca.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to limit it to a decade, I would probably say from right around 1978 to right around 1988.
Okay.
Less Than Paul, Art Decoto, they were very experimental. They were pulling from all kinds of stuff, not just chutney. They were pulling from funk, R&B, African music, Afrobeat. They were pulling all these things and putting all of it into the soca. And they had big budgets So they were recorded in New York, and it was, and people talk about soca being Trini music, but soca really is a Caribbean music
Right.
because, you had arrangers from St. Vincent like Frankie McIntosh.
Right.
You had, drummers like Errol Wise was from Belmont, but you had bass players like Marcelino from Panama. The horn section man were from New York. So it was really already a Pan-American, Pan-African diaspora style music. So that's, for me, that heyday. And then for Calypso, I think the heyday of Calypso for me, in terms of recordings, will have to span from late 1940s, early 50s to the late 50s, early 60s. Like that era when people like Fitzroy Coleman, Rupert Nurse, Russ Henderson, Kitchener, Terror, they had access to all these studios in London, and Rupert Nurse had done all these great arrangements that reference swing and all kind of great harmonies and diminished chords, and it's a musical feast. Tunes like My Pussin', tunes like Easter in Trinidad, tunes like Dance in Lent, tunes like Miss Leno's Well, which is a tune you're not supposed to be
This
singing.
guy's a Calypso library right here.
But for me, that's when I sit down to listen to Calypso, that's the music I listen to.
All right. How do you define success?
My success is waking up in the morning and taking a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely. Who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is my mother,
Okay.
hands down. She carried me, carried my sister 9 months, raised us, made sacrifices, built a home, was an ambassador, maintained an incredible career, continued to inspire us, continued to tell us stories about the ancestors I didn't know, like my great-grandfather, created all these superheroes in my head from a child that allowed me to believe that I could do anything, whether it was music or anything else. And so if I had to think of one superhero, I'd have to say her.
All right. I agree. How about fictional? Is there a fictional superhero that you really like?
I mean, if I had to think of a fictional superhero, flying is amazing,
Yeah.
but I would want to be able to read minds.
Okay.
But teleporting is also amazing.
Yeah.
So whoever could teleport to me would be the best. But if I had to just choose one, Superman can fly.
Okay.
Batman had the best gadgets though.
Okay.
He had the,
For real?
we in the Caribbean, we like cars, right? And
You need a Batmobile.
Batman had the best whips.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose one, and his kit was always the best.
Absolutely.
So I'd say Batman.
All right. Last question. Just tell us what you got coming up. How can we find out what's coming up next for Etienne Charles?
I have a new album coming out in June called Gullah Roots. It's about the Gullah people of South Carolina and Georgia and their history. And I'm very excited. It's coming out in June. And, I've got Carnival in Trinidad coming up. I'm at Carnival Band Rhythm Brass and Mass. Live music on the road in Trinidad. Road marching concert February 6th at Queen's Hall.
Okay.
And we're honoring the great Super Blue, who had an incredible series of road marches from Rebecca, Ethel, Soca Baptist, Get Something and Wave,
Get Something and
Fantastic Friday, Signal to Lara, Jab Malassi, Soca Kingdom. So he's a legend, and his daughter has won road marches, and his son-in-law has won road marches.
His daughter is?
His daughter's Fayan Lyons.
Okay.
I think Fayan has 2 road marches.
Okay.
And his son-in-law, Bungie Garland, has 2 road marches.
Wow.
And his other daughter, Terry Lyons, just won the triple Caribbean Queen in Calypso. So, he's not just a road march man, but he's a Calypso patriarch now. And I just interviewed him, and he said the most amazing thing. He said he fuses Calypso wisdom with Soca ideology.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Etienne, thank you so much for your time. We wish you all the best for the next year, and it's a pleasure to talk to you today, man. Absolutely.
Take care, sir. One love.
All right.
Callaloo and Lambi is my favorite soup on the planet.
Just give us a shout out for Capsulosity.
Big shout out to Capsulosity for bringing the true stories of musicians for more than a decade now. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, brother. Peace.
From the apartment in Brooklyn. Hey.